Good morning, Richmond and everybody else out there on the old internet machine following along. My name is Andrew Hare, and I am an independent agent with Thurston and Hare Insurance. This is my second episode of Premium Education, where we go over the basics of insurance topics and help provide you with a clear understanding of what paying your monthly insurance premium provides you with. For my episode today, I wanted to focus on auto insurance. Auto insurance, or at least liability coverage, is required by the state of Virginia unless you pay a fee to the DMV. So we want to look at two things today. First off, we're going to talk about what liability auto insurance provides you. First off, remember, auto liability covers when you are the cause or you are liable for an accident. And that is why it is required by the state of Virginia to have auto liability insurance, just to make sure our streets are safe. Your auto liability insurance covers two main things. First off, it provides bodily injury protection, which pays out any medical expenses for an accident you caused. And then it also will provide you with property damage coverage for an accident you have caused. Next up, I want to take a look at underinsured and uninsured motorist protection and talk about the state limits within the state of Virginia. All right, guys, I now want to mention the most important piece of information for today's episode, and that is the danger of state minimum limits. And this is when your underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage will kick in from your auto insurance policy. That being said, the state of Virginia requires people to carry auto liability coverage. However, the property minimum limit is $20,000. Now, this was written back in the 1970s. Our good friend inflation has caused the average price of cars nowadays, anybody know? $34,000. Correct, $34,000. So the average automobile is $14,000 more expensive than our minimum property limits out there. For example, let me use this brand new pink bus. Thank you to my daughter Kennedy for allowing me to use this as a prop. Say you're cruising on your new bus, valued at $50,000. Somebody comes out, collides with you, totals your bus. They only have $20,000 worth of minimum limit property coverage. There's going to be a $30,000 gap there, and that's where your underinsured motorist coverage will kick in. It is very important that you review your auto policy with your agent. I don't care who your agent is. You just need to make sure you are properly insured and you do not carry state minimum limits. What I'll touch on first off is medical expense coverage. Pull out my pink bus again. If you happen to cause an accident, your medical expense coverage will provide protection for any of your passengers. Say Cinderella here needs to go to the hospital. Apologize, that's actually Ariel. My apologies, Kennedy. That will cover any medical expenses for passengers of your vehicle. Your final thing is deductibles. When we talked about deductibles in the homeowners insurance show, I mentioned that your deductibles are rated based on the peril. With auto insurance, there are two different types of deductibles. The first is your collision deductible. Like it sounds, if your car collides with anything, this is the amount of money you have to pay as your deductible. Then you have your comprehensive, or your other than collision coverage, which will be used for various different reasons. Most commonly, tree falls in your car, you crack your windshield, you want to get that replaced. Some uncommon things that are covered is recently I had a couple clients, squirrels crawled into their vehicles over the winter looking for warmth like anybody else would, crawl in a vehicle, and they actually decided to be a great time to chew on their wiring harness. And that was actually covered with their comprehensive coverage on their vehicles. So that's it with auto insurance. Most importantly, guys, make sure you are aware of state minimum limits. If you want to have your auto insurance policy reviewed, I'd be happy to help. I don't charge anything. I just really want people to be educated and make sure their family is protected when it comes to their insurance. You guys enjoy the rest of July, and I'll see you back here for August 1st when we're going to go over umbrella policy.